Well, the first year's EAT, last year 2014, was a kick-starting of the global platform to have professionals from science, business, policy, in all three areas, from health, food and sustainability, to gather, set an agenda and to start exploring possibilities to collaborate. This year's EAT will be much more focused on still a state of affairs, but predominantly focused on action, looking into concretizing the research collaborations. What are the questions that we still need to answer and find policy relevant, business relevant answers to? One of them is, for example, to bring forward a unique set for the first time of metrics, quantitative indicators of how we measure healthy and sustainable food systems for business and policy. It will be a meeting where we connect much more concretely with the large United Nations process on sustainable development goals, which will replace the Millennium Development Goals. And so there is, you could argue that this year's EAT will be more strategic in the sense of connecting more with real, let's say, policy activities in the world right now, but also to concretize action plans, work plans for collaborative research. I definitely see a rising recognition that if we get it right on food, we get it right for both people and planet. And that food is not only the world's single largest reason for unhealth in the world today, and it's the single largest reason for unsustainability for ecosystems and planet today, which means that if we get it right on food, we may have a phenomenal win-win. So definitely there's a rising recognition that this is a kind of a make it or break it area for humanity. And one reason why there is a rising recognition is in particular that we're now 7 billion people on Earth, but we're committed to 9-10 billion people, which is an enormous rise in the next 30 years. And moreover, everyone has the same right to development. And we know that with increased human well-being is not only a question of economic growth, it is really a question of getting the diets right, which means that every human being has actually a right to an adequate, good, fulfilled diet, which means that the majority in the world will have to increase their food consumption in a very significant way. In fact, many analysis, which has been an entry point for EAT, shows that we need to increase food production in the world with something like 50% over the next 30-35 years. And a 50% increase over one generation is equal to a new food revolution. So the pace is enormous. And we all know that that cannot occur in the same way as we've done it in the past, because in the past we have done two things which has been very costly. One is we've expanded agricultural land, so we've cut down forests, cut down ecosystems, but then also we've done it through unsustainable practices with a lot of fertilizers, pesticides, overuse of fresh water, which has delivered on the short term, but it has a long-term cost for humanity. So this time around we have this, magic grand challenge of not only feeding humanity through a new revolution, but doing it in a sustainable way. And the only way, in my mind, to achieve that will be also to rethink our diets so they also become healthy.